All right. Well, let's look at these two multiple choice questions here and talk about a couple of different things. So the first question we have here is, which of the above list operations is not order n1? All right. So our choices are pop0, pop, list.append, list indexed by 10, or the option of all of the above are order 1. So the correct answer, just to jump to the punchline right here, is that pop0 is not order 1. So let's review why that is. So remember that in real Python, what happens with our lists is that they start here on the left and they grow to the right as stuff gets added onto the list. All right, so adding something, an append operation, as long as we're keeping track of where the end of the list is, which Python certainly is very easy. All we have to do is put the next thing in place in the list right after the last thing that was there previously. All right, and when we pop, remember the default for popping is to get rid of the last thing on the list. Okay, so once again, as long as we know where the end of that list is, we have no problem. Okay, now what about this index operation, list sub 10? Well, what Python does is it remembers the memory location. Let's say this is memory location 5 here in the computer's memory, where the first thing on the list is stored. All right. So if each item on the list takes 1 unit of memory, all we have to do is we have to take the base here plus the index. So if we're indexing by 3, we take 5 plus 3 gives us 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And so 8 puts us here, and that's index position 0, 1, 2, 3. Which is the one that we wanted. So that can all be done using very simple arithmetic. In this case, all we did was we took the base plus the index. So base plus index, which is just a simple addition, and so that is something that can happen in constant time. Now, even if these things take up more than 1 unit of memory, we can still do it in constant time, because it would just be base plus index times size would give us that location. Okay, so what about pop0? Why isn't pop0 an order 1 operation? And the answer is that pop0 is not, because if we take the first thing off the list, if we get rid of that, which is what pop is designed to do, now something has to be there. And so everything has to get shifted forward. So we have to take the thing at position 1 and move it forward by 1, and 2 and move it forward, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and so on, all the way out to the end of the list. So everything has to be shifted forward by 1 position in the list. So in fact, you can probably guess pop0 is actually a big O n operation. All right. So that's the answer to that first one. Now the answer to the second one, which of the dictionary operations is big O1? I guess they're not above, I guess they're actually below, so I should probably change that question. Which of the dictionary operations is order 1? And the options are X is in my dict, deleting from the dictionary, looking up something in the dictionary, or updating something in the dictionary, or all of the above are order 1. And the answer here is E, all of the above are order 1. All right, if we go back up and look at our dictionary things, in fact, we'll see that the only things that aren't order 1 for a dictionary are copying the dictionary, which of course makes sense, because we're going to copy a dictionary, we're going to have to copy everything over it, and iteration, meaning we're going to iterate over all the keys in the dictionary, which once again makes sense. If we're going to iterate over everything, then that would be order n. So that's a pretty easy rule of thumb to remember, that all of our dictionary things are big O of 1, except for those two, iteration and copying.